Hi there, welcome to episode 4 of my vanilla playthrough in the swamp. This is Teddy's royal family to be. I'm Icon, and we're going to build today the workshop area and some nice bedrooms for our friends, and, well, let's see what will happen in between. If you like this type of content, drop this channel a subscription and you won't miss a thing in the future. So my idea, which I came up between the last episode and this one, was since it's so hard to build new buildings here, I'll just mine myself a few sleeping rooms in this mountain here. Since a lot of the resources here are quite desirable, I felt like it would be quite cool to mine around here. So, space chunks. Awesome. So, these rooms are not meant to be a permanent solution in any means, but they will free up this cramped area here and stop the breakdowns due to the barracks situation, because your colonists really go crazy because of barracks. It's one of the easiest ways to drive people nuts, and I have here the means to change that quite easily. So, boom, there we go. Harry does her job. And Olive is on a food bench here. I sped up between the last episode and this episode the building process a little, so the flagstones here are done. The bridge over here is done. And today we're going to begin with the building process up here. So, really nice progress showing here. There we go. And these little rooms, they might be not too comfy at all, but at the same time, they will be so much better than what we have right now. They'll be happy before they know it. So, what about the power, though? Well, I guess I'm going to do sandstone walls after all. It's easier to lay power in real walls. So, I don't mind. Also, I built a little tailoring bench here because we need warmer clothings for the winter. But sadly, Olive went pigging out, so, well. And Vulture is recruited. So, we have now a second talent in crafting. But I actually recruited Vulture because of his nimble and tough combo on the melee specialization. It's just so good. This is a natural born fighter. And we're going to use that for the Royal Guards. He will be the head of Teddy's Royal Guards as soon as he's rid of the infection, that is. So, bad rest for Vulture. There we go. Teddy, can you please install that door or Vulture will freeze to death? There we go. So, preparations are going along quite nicely. Building down flagstone everywhere is slowing down everything so horrible. But at the same time, I don't know how I should be able to make this place fireproof otherwise. Because I don't know what'll happen when we have the first flash storm here. But as far as I'm concerned, I just see a wildfire out here. I don't know. We're going to see where this will go. But I'm not convinced that this will be a happy end after all. Okay. So how do I do this with Vulture and his crafting? So Olive will be no longer having a high priority on the normal crafting. Vulture will be my main crafter. Therefore, I don't know. Let's see what I will use him later on. for. So it's about time to fetch me some food. Do I have anybody on a higher hunting priority? No, I don't. That's unfortunate. I should change that. So let's check. Sedge is on shooting 6. Vulture won't be a shooter after all. Harry has other things to do. Teddy is constantly on the building business. Olive is a brawler. So Sedge seems to be the perfect person to be our colonies. Hunter, enjoy the hunting time. I'll just pick up all the animals which are not going to fight back horribly. So, ooh, there's guinea pigs. Well, I should stop spamming the hunting jobs like that. It's never a good idea. They get stuck in between, so... Wow, there's a lot of wildlife here. Oh my goodness. So, let's hunt this down, and then we're going to see what will happen. I really do like the looks of this place when everything is floored and such, but it's really a long, a lot of work here. So I'm going to check the timer when Olive is done with that parka, because I just decided that Vulture will be tailoring. Even though Olive is the better tailor, she's always busy with something else, and she has too much other things on her table, so I'm going to free her from this job. She's going to stop with this, and Vulture will be my main tailor. And I'll keep her on the crafting bench. Cooking and crafting is really a good combo. And if she ever gets to that point, she's allowed to do cleaning as well. So this way, I'll make sure I'll have a constant supply of stones to work with. It's very, very important. And Vulture's crafting skill of 5 will be enough to suffice for the colony. So his infection is already gone. Awesome. Let's tune him down to normal medics, and he doesn't need to rest in the bed anymore. There we go. So let's speed up a little and see what'll happen. The Cordial Prisoner. So we have here what? We can cage up a prisoner for royal favor. We will do that, of course. I mean, in this run, going royal is all I want to focus as hard as possible, so I can't say no to this opportunity. So 3 points of royal favor, and we are going to have 4.2 days of preparation time. Awesome. That's way more than I'll need. But it's, anyways, pretty nice to have that. So, there goes Sedge. If we do this a while, he's going to be a real good shot. But, well, revolver hunting, you know. I don't really want to take the rifle away from... who has it right now? Harry? Because, I prefer to have the rifle on a good shot when raiders come. Oh my goodness. There we go. Finally. Huh. I can't look at that. Revolver hunting just looks so rabid. Okay. So, but there was another thing. Yeah, well, I want another person on the construction job, but I don't really see a realistic opportunity to do that, because if I change the priorities too hard, nothing will, some things will just never get done. Right now, everything gets done too slow, but at least everything gets done, no? I'm just impatient. I should definitely start issuing hunting orders for everything that's pretty close to my colony. That should be a really, really good idea. Because I underestimated the length of walking times here. So, the first batch of hunting orders for Sedge is insanely inefficient, I think. Well, sorry, Sedge. We're going to make that better. Alright, so, the workshop up there is getting done. Nice. But first, let's scroll through the night. I'm super happy to have Vulture on my colony now, because this is a big upgrade. This guy should have a weapon. And he's also really, I really like to have people which are good at crafting in my colony. So this is kind of like one of my favorite combos. He's good at fighting, and he's good at animals and crafting. It's a very specialized kit, but there are spikes in pretty useful skills as well. So colonists like these are really rare. Although he's not that super talented, they are even better. But I'm quite happy with what I have. So we only need one more parka, and I noticed that we're missing some tops. People don't have tops, so let's do some more button-down shirts as well. We have done the workshop. So I think I'm going to do something I usually don't do, and that's multiple power circuits, because I don't really see any reason not to have my own power generation over here for this here. Why not? I mean, we're having so much wood, and it's never going to run out while I'm living in this biome. I'm absolutely sure of that. So let's do some autonomous power supply. But maybe I want to do the generator here. And chem fuel will change up things a lot as well. I really think that this is a pretty cool project, especially since it looks like this is going to be my first colony, which will utilize chem fuel in a larger scale and in a longer timeline. That's pretty cool. I almost never did that. There we go. T-shirts for everybody. I hope. Sometimes other people snatch things away, and they never get the stuff that I made them for. So another thing that I have to think about is how are we going to expand? Into which direction do I want to expand? I think I want to expand into this direction here. We're pretty close to the edge of the map here already, and there's a lot of good ground in this area here. And yeah, well, this is so horrible. Well, everything orange should be marshy soil. Marshy soil, wet ground, dry. So I don't know what good, what exactly will happen out of that. If I'll ever be able to use these patches or not. So there's a lot of rich soil over here. So I think in long-term plans, this should be my farming area. So yeah, this is going to be where the major action will be happening. And also I'm going to use this area here. Well, I guess this will be pretty much the cluster we're using. So I'm at the lowest corner of the base right now. Alright. I have to put that into proportion at some point, or envision that somehow, how the space is going to look like. Alright, so for the prisoners, we're going to need some furniture. Setch is going into a tantrum. Oh, come on. Don't. It's not that bad now. Or is it? So, let's do a bed and a lamp. And I'm going to include an end table. And since I plan on doing my, why is he incapacitated? Oh, the good old bad back food poisoning combo. So I sent somebody with a bad back as my main hunter. So that was where my whole plan went wrong. Dang. Not cool. Well, well. So, if it's going to be a prison cell, it always needs a table. And it's going to be quite crammed up if I do that with a table. So, possibly gonna do another room, especially for the prison cell. Something larger. Because with a prison cell, you need to satisfy more basic human needs as well. So it turns out that Sedge is not really keeping the colony well fed at all. So I'm afraid I have to hand manage that a little bit. So I'll need some animals which are actually giving some food. And can we please clean up this room? There's puke in here. No wonder that everybody's getting ill. Alright. There's Muffalo. Perfect. So let's bring up Harry and hunt us some Muffalo. They're even quite separated, so that's pretty good. That first guy is a goner. Wow! She didn't miss a single shot. Every single shot was a hit. Good lord. Don't want to mess around with that girl. So, I'm going to wait until the other Muffalo is falling down dead, I guess. And Teddy goes on a insulting spree against Vulture. Yeah, that's exactly the reason why I'm doing single rooms for everybody, because it's just a mess. And there's a mad rat, so come on, Vulture, show me what you're made of. Boom, insta-kill. That's exactly the kind of stuff I want to see. At least that's something he can focus his rage upon. But Vulture will be having a bad day soon. At least the good thing is Teddy is focusing his range on a single person. Insulting sprees that are insulting each and everybody are the worst kind of insulting sprees. So Teddy has fallen back to his evil days as a pimp. He's behaving like in his good old days. The only thing is, he's not screaming at girls anymore. It's men now. Come on, clean up the kitchen. There we go. So there's basically a guy next to the kitchen table puking every few hours. Dear Lord, this place is a mess. This is not exactly what I envisioned here. But well, we're getting there. That's pretty normal for Blood and Dust difficulty. The amount of mental breakdowns is just quite normal. So let's drop down the bad hunting jobs here. Leave up the good ones. Teddy couldn't reach Vulture, so he decided to redirect his anger at Sedge. Come on, Teddy. Stop it. I don't want to arrest you. But you are behaving like I should arrest you. Alright. Let's copy that door. The Muffalo is dead, but its corpse is free. Harry will haul that home tomorrow. Good. So... oh man. This day slowed our progress down a lot. The pukies, the insulting spree, it all came down to a pretty big pile of mess. So as a lesson Teddy has to haul a big Muffalo today. So, there we go. No, Vulture won't be doing that. Vulture will chill now. Vulture will do whatever he wants to do. He's not going to haul that Muffalo. Good news, the corn is ready soon. Bad news, Vulture has been insulted 10 times, and he's going to suffer from that for the next 1.5 days. I guess we're going to see some serious anger here soon. And we're having a heat wave. Damn. So we need coolers. We need to focus that now. So, Vulture... Vulture was just focusing the hauling. Alright. So, this will help. And obviously we have to build more real walls to make use of vents. Because it is clear now that I don't have any chance of surviving in these rooms if they are not climatized. And when a heat wave or something like that happens. I want to seal off the freezer again because it's really necessary. There we go. So how much preparation time do I have left? 1 day. So, Teddy, we need to focus our workforce into this project here. This is the most important part now. So there's going to be a bed. I'll need power as well. I'll bring a lamp. An end table. Where's my end table there? And a regular table. Or is the prisoner going to arrive with some weird condition? No? Okay. And there goes Vulture. Vulture's days. Yeah, well, that was quite expectable. That was just too much for the poor guy. So let's furniture this place. But most importantly, we're going to need a climatizing here. Heat stroke and sitch. Not cool. So, well, I think I'm going to be able to finish that until tomorrow. I want Harry to finish the mining jobs today, because when that's done, Teddy can finish the rest on his own. And with an own overwall cooler, this situation will be absolutely manageable. 18 hours left, we're on a tight schedule here. So I guess I'm going to wake up Teddy tonight and stress him a little bit to finish that, because I really want that job done. So we're getting raided. Immediate attackers. So much for that idea. So I'm going to let Teddy consume his meal. Is anybody extremely hungry? Well, Sedges. So come on. Eat up, friends. There's going to be a quite rough fight tonight. We're 4 on 4. That's really no fortunate situation for us. I don't have any traps or defensive measures that I could rely or fall back on. I really don't like situations like these too much. Only good thing is Teddy and Harry are quite good shots, so... And most of these goons are not that well equipped. So I just hope that I'll be able to break the morale quite quickly. So looks like I won't be having a good prison cell prepared for my prisoners here. So Bourne might wield a short bow, but he's the most horrible shot you could imagine. Blair, though, is a pretty dangerous guy in the melee. Red is absolutely useless. Virgil is hard to kill. So I would say this is the most important guy to get down. So let's see. Focusing Bourne won't be useful at all. It's going to be the first target, though, for the first shot. Can't change that. I don't want to focus Virgil at all. So I want to focus the fire on Lair right away. Bourne already took a shot into the torso. That's quite good. So let's see how this will go. I want to burden down Virgil right away. There we go. And we're going to I'm going to chain gun the burden here a little bit. And Olive will be running down here. I want her to catch Virgil. So there we go. No. So Lair's down. Let's focus on Red. There we go. They're fleeing. I get a chance to snatch the tough guy. So let's check it out. My rival Bourne died. That's always a good start. That means they might be actually happy for pickup here. Very good with animals. Good fighter. Tough. Talented. Well. How dead are you? Dead in 5 hours. Well, pretty dead, I would say. So, that's the first prisoner spot. Teddy, please patch up Virgil. So, there we go. How hard will it be to recruit this guy? Pretty hard. And again, it's the Zamblikin League, if I read that correctly. No, they are actually, yeah, or whatever. I don't need another prisoner here. We're going to release Virgil. The only bad thing here is I wanted to do something completely different today. The deserter. No! We're loyal. No. We're not going to be traitors here. So... let's see. It looks like I'm able to finish that in time. Nice. So... only a few more things to go. And I will be actually able to, no, Teddy. Let everything go according to plan. Yeah, perfect. So, we can now accept that. And I guess, well, can I already afford a, promotion on Teddy? So right now, he's having... he's a yeoman with a 6 royal favor, a 4 royal favor, so he would be, become an acolyte afterwards, so he would need a throne room. Thus, it's no good. We're going to, promote Vulture into his proper rank. That's what we're going to do. Riz arrived. There we go. Welcome to your new home, Riz. So, there we go. Now Teddy is allowed to sleep. He did everything necessary to make sure that he's not that there's no risk anymore for Riz to die or to be uncomfortable. The rest here will be done during the next few days. Completely fine with this. Nice. The only thing I'm not happy with is this area up here. Nothing got done here. Nothing. It's quite embarrassing. But well. Sometimes your plans just don't come together as intended. Sometimes you just have to accept that. So I think this is more than the power grid is tackling, so it's time to mine out some steel and to deconstruct a few ship chunks. There we go. I'm afraid that, well, no, Teddy's actually well rested. It's midnight. Okay, never mind. I'm afraid of nothing anymore. So, I want this stuff getting hauled. Alright, nice. The heat wave is still bugging me a little bit, but, well, there's always going to be something. So, what to do with all these corpses, though? Time to build a crematorium here. But where will I build that? In the workshop? Certainly not. But this room is actually quite good for that. Yeah, let's do it there. So, I do have enough granite, don't I? So, 150 or such. Yeah. Going to build it in there. A shaman trader. Awesome. Let's see. Most of the time these guys are not having too fascinating things, but let's see. Maybe we're lucky. Alright. And we're low on food again. Well, those muffalos don't last forever. But at least the heat wave is over now. That's good. Corn will need a few more days though, sadly. There we go. So it would be quite easy to recruit her. That's always like this if you're having this kind of quest. The game lures you to recruit those guys to botch up the quest. So, if once this room is done, let's have a talk with White. So, these guys are selling iguanas and a panther. That panther is quite badass, gotta say. Is it a healthy panther? Well, it has a scarred tail. Minimum handling skill 8. Do we have that? I mean, it feels quite fitting for a teddy. So let's see. Animals 8. Yes, we do have that. Alright. Go on, Teddy. That's your girl now. Take good care of her. Oh, there we go. We have our own pet panther now. Ha! I love it. I really love it. But if we forget the comical aspect here, it's quite good to have such an animal here. They're hard to tame when you're spotting them in the wild, and buying them from such a merchant is a pretty good investment. So, Magpie's Rescue. So there's a side. Okay, I see. Well, gotta admit I don't feel too interested right now. So let's refuel that and force Teddy to some extra shift. Well, I don't think he's going to be able to do that in one go. But I really want that crematorium down here in that room. Because there are corpses, they're stressing out people. And I'm too lazy to reconfigure that somehow else. You can store corpses somewhere where they don't upset people, but I'm almost done with the crematorium, so I'll take that solution over this. So I'm going to force Teddy to finish that. That's what I'm going to do here. And we're going closer towards the end of this episode, friends, so drop me a comment down below and leave me your thoughts. How do you like this place? What do you think about it? I always love to hear from you guys, as you might know. And apart from that, we're going to see each other on the next episode when the crematorium will be done. We're going to get rid of all those nasty corpses, and I don't know what'll happen next. I'll make some plans, and maybe I'm going to speed up things a little bit between this and the next episode to get rid of some boring parts. Haven't decided that yet completely. Until then, have a good time, friends, enjoy it, and see you. Bye-bye.